Opening the mail shouldn't feel like an extreme sport. But for so many of us, checking a bank balance or a credit card statement triggers this intense physical dread.
Oh, absolutely. It's so common.
Yeah, and if you've ever swiped away a notification from your banking app just to avoid the anxiety, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're doing a deep dive into The Mindful Wallet by Lim Hu Yui and Dr. Fang Cheng Kar.
Such a fantastic book.
Right. And our mission today is to figure out why your brain treats a simple piece of paper like an actual predator and how you can rewrite that panic using, well, empathy and mindfulness.
A lot of people really beat themselves up over this. They think they're just being lazy or, irresponsible.
Yeah.
But when you look at the psychology of money avoidance, it is definitely not a character flaw. It's actually a deeply ingrained self-protective reflex.
Right, which makes perfect sense when you look at the story of Farah. She's a 30-year-old nurse from Malacca whose story really anchors this concept in the book.
Yeah, she works these totally grueling hospital shifts. And when she gets home, she completely avoids her bills. Like, she won't even look at her banking app.
Just totally shuts it out.
Exactly. Delaying it brings this temporary relief, but then she's stuck with this heavy, lingering unease. It is the classic, if I don't look, it can't hurt me script.
Which I guess works in the short term, right?
Sure, but it keeps her trapped in a state of high alert. Her nervous system is reacting to that bank statement exactly as it would to actual physical danger.
It's like treating a simple bank statement like a lion in the bushes.
Yes, that's a great analogy.
But where does that lion actually come from? I mean, that kind of primal reaction doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It feels like an acquired allergy or something.
You're right on the money. These triggers are almost always rooted in childhood money stories. Through guided reflection, Farah realized her avoidance stemmed from, well, memories of sitting quietly in her room while her parents aggressively argued about money late into the night.
Oh, wow. So she just absorbed all that stress.
Completely. She internalized this powerful, invisible lesson that money equals conflict and danger. So that banking app isn't just an app to her amygdala.
The fear center of the brain.
Right. To her brain, it's the very real threat of domestic conflict.
So because this is a nervous system response rooted in childhood trauma, simple logic is going to completely fail. Like, you can't just bully yourself into opening the mail when your body thinks it's about to be attacked.
That is the missing piece for most people. You have to achieve a physical reset before you can even attempt a mental one.
Which brings us to the intervention from the book, right? The mindful stop-heat technique.
Exactly. It forces that physical reset. The first step is literal. Just stop. Before you automatically swipe away the notification or throw the mail in a drawer, just freeze.
Okay, so you stop. Then what?
Then you take a breath. And I know that sounds like a total cliche, but there is hard biology at work here.
Wait, really? How so?
Deep breathing physically signals your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest network, that the lion isn't actually real. It actively overrides the amygdala's fight or flight response.
Lowering your heart rate and pulling you out of panic mode.
Exactly. Once the physical alarm bells quiet down, you move to the O, which is observe. You notice your chest feeling tight or your urge to run away, but without judging yourself for it.
You just kind of watch the feeling happen.
Right. And finally, you proceed. You move forward with clarity rather than impulse.
But wait, here's where I'm hung up. So you aren't forcing yourself to suddenly love budgeting. You're just lowering the emotional temperature.
That's right.
Once the temperature is lowered in that proceed phase, what actually shifts the permanent habit? Because, I mean, breathing alone doesn't pay the bills.
So the breathing just clears the runway for the real work, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It's about identifying those distorted automatic thoughts and consciously challenging them.
Ah, so the physical pause gives you the mental space to do that.
Exactly. Farah used that exact space to catch her brain screaming, "Money hurts," and she actively replaced it with a grounded adult reality.
Which was, money is information, not a threat.
Yes. By facing her finances gently, without the physical panic, she allowed her brain to realize it was actually safe.
Wow. Effectively unwiring that childhood trigger altogether.
Precisely.
So overcoming financial anxiety isn't about enforcing rigid, punishing discipline. It's about treating yourself with empathy and using mindful pauses to break those old inherited reactions.
Yeah, once you realize your avoidance is just a learned behavior from a scared kid, you suddenly have the power to unlearn it and replace it with a script that actually serves you today.
I love that. Leaving you all with this to chew on. If your deepest financial fears are just inherited childhood stories, what other absolute facts about your life are actually just someone else's old script waiting for you to rewrite them? Next time you feel the urge to run from that lion in the bushes, take a breath. And remember, it might just be a piece of paper after all.